Hey guys, this is Nick and this is my Linux experiment, and in today's video I'd like to explain to you what exactly a Linux distribution or distro is. A distro is basically the Linux kernel, the GNU toolchain, a graphical environment, a package manager and its repositories, and a default selection of software. There you go, can go play outside now. Oh, you want more detail? Well, stick with me for a few more minutes and you might learn something. Linux? Linux is the name generally given to all OSs that use the Linux kernel. Linux is actually just that, the kernel. Well, what's a kernel, you ask? It's the base of your system. It's the part that will talk to your hardware, which includes the drivers, the way your system will tell your computer to use RAM, processing power, your GPU, etc., etc. So Linux is the kernel, it's the base of the OS. It's been around for a while, since 1991, and it's actually been started as a small experiment by a guy named Linus Torvalds. Well, now it has thousands, maybe tens of thousands of contributors. Even Microsoft contributes to the Linux kernel, and that's kind of what started the open source movement when closed source software started to appear. GNU, or GNU, don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it. On top of Linux runs the GNU toolchain. This includes some of the libraries you need to execute programs. It includes a compiler, some core utilities, some binaries, a shell, or what you might call a terminal, and so much more. These tools are the elements that allow you to interact with the kernel, to give commands to your computer. GNU has been started by Richard Stallman, and this guy would like everyone to call what we call Linux GNU/Linux. Since it's too long and nobody really cares, almost everyone just says Linux, but let's not forget the good work this guy and all free software and GNU contributors did to enable this system to work. A graphical desktop environment. Well, without this, you would only interact with your computer through a shell, just a plain old black screen with commands that need to be typed. While that's very powerful and all, many people couldn't use a computer like that anymore, without even talking of the programs you couldn't run like that, such as an image creation tool like GIMP or video editing software like Kdenlive and such. For those things, you need desktop environments. There's GNOME, there's KDE, or for elementary OS, Pantheon. But there's also many more less well known, such as Cinnamon, Mate, Budgie, etc. There's even the old Unity for Ubuntu. A distribution will pick one of these and customize it to their liking, changing the theme, the icons, or even the way it behaves. But hold on, we forgot something. We forgot the Windows system. What's that? It's just a very convoluted piece of software that allows your computer to display graphical elements, such as windows, title bars, buttons, icons, and all that goodness. Without this part, your graphical environment will not start and will not even exist. Most distros use x.org, which has been around for a long time, but some of them, like Fedora, are starting to migrate to Wayland, which is its newer, cleaner, and less stable for now replacement. A default selection of programs. While most desktop environments will provide a healthy selection of software, some distros feel like it's not the right software for its intended users, so they add or remove programs, such as LibreOffice, some add Firefox or Chromium, some ship with thousands of games, others with just the bare minimum to work, such as elementary OS, software. Well, to be able to install software, every distro ships with a package manager of some sorts. For Debian-based systems, such as Ubuntu or elementary OS, it's mainly apt, apt. For others, it's just an interface that compiles the code for your system, such as on Gentoo, or Gentoo, don't know how you pronounce it either. Every distro can choose its favorite package format, from deb to RPM to more obscure formats. Elementary OS uses the deb packages, which have been created for Debian, which is the granddaddy of elementary OS. These packages are all stored in their distro's repositories, which are basically just giant archives with all available packages. The package manager maintains a list of all packages, which is frequently updated, and when you try and install software, this package manager would just go fetch what it needs to run the package you asked for, and install it on your system. The community. This might sound cheesy, but a distro would not be anything without its own community. Thousands or millions of people can back, contribute, talk about, decry or hate on a distro, and that's what really makes it exist and shine. So let's be thankful for all those guys. So that's a distro. Just a couple of people duct taping everything they could find and that they think is useful and making it into a release. So well, I hope the GNU/Linux newcomers will have learned something in here. If not, feel free to smash the dislike button. And if you did learn something, or if you just liked this video, don't hesitate to do the exact opposite. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.